Alright guys, this is going to be my last video. My last video before my 800th video. I think I have in mind what I want to do for an 800th video. I think I know exactly what I want. I'm not sure if it's going to work out yet, but I think I know what I want. So, this video is going to be about the Roman Reigns documentary. It's called WWE 24 Roman Reigns Never Alone. It's going to be my review of that. I checked it out last Tuesday, and to be honest with you, I thought it was a great documentary. I don't think it's the best one they've done, but I do think it's a good one. The only thing I don't really like about it was it doesn't really go through his NXT career. It doesn't go through his FCW career. It doesn't really go through his careers at the Shield. I can understand why, because because they did kind of go through that in the Shield documentary, which the Shield consists of Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. So I can understand why they didn't want to go through with that, because they kind of already went through that. But I just kind of wish that they would have, because then we could have gotten a little bit more info than we gotten. But the documentary starts out just him showing what he was doing the week of WrestleMania, all the appearances he made, and I thought that was cool. And it shows one of them when he Superman punches Brock like a stand-up version of Brock Lesnar. I thought that was cool. And another one it showed was the one when what else was the one when he appeared on like a show, and he was talking about how he entered through the crowd, and somebody asked him if they ever like grabbed his ass, and someone told me that they fully grabbed his ass. I thought that was cool. So they showed some appearances like that. And then it talks about like his family. It actually shows Rikishi's Hall of Fame speech, because it talks about his family. It talks about Sika, Afa. It shows Roman Reigns' mother, which we find out really that his name is actually Joe. His name is Joseph. And then whatever that last name says. Hold on, I just got something popped up on my laptop. But then I thought that, yeah, but it shows that we find so Sicko's his father, and they talk about like his family heritage, like how he's related to The Rock, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. It actually takes us to where the Usos' house used to be, where they used to sit down, watch wrestling, watch some good old-fashioned NFL, which stands for National Football League. They used to watch football together, and I thought that was cool. So then what happens? I'm just going. I didn't take any notes or anything, so I'm just going off the cups of my head. It shows like when he had a big family reunion with his brother, his sister, and they were talking in that documentary too how they didn't understand how why they didn't like him, why the WWE universe didn't like him, because he's just such a great worker. He's passionate about wrestling. It shows that, and it shows the what else does it show? They tell you about that story where they used to have Roman Reigns run around the house, and then what happened? What would happen is he would eventually they eventually realized that they would like keep time about of how fast he ran, but they never actually kept time. They would just have him run around the house just for the sake of running. They talk about how his NFL career a little bit. Well, not NFL, but his football career, and how he used to play for the Georgia let me just look it up real quick. The Georgia Tech in like 2006, 2007 time, and he really wanted to be a football player, but he didn't get drafted to the NFL, so he didn't give up, but he picked himself up, and he realized he wanted to be a wrestler, and I thought that was cool. You know, it was kind of depressing, too, that he didn't get drafted. I'm kind of glad he didn't, because then I probably wouldn't have never met Roman Reigns. I would hear about him, but I never would met him. But yeah, he didn't get drafted. And then it goes through, like, his Royal Rumble win, talks about like how everyone was booing him, and he says that when he won, it was still a great moment. He just wished the fans would have been more supportive of him. But it's the WWE creators' fault that they weren't, because if it just was, they just should have gone about it. That the way he won was really weak. Um, and he says that he was happy to celebrate the moment with his cousin, The Rock, because they are related, The Rock and Roman Reigns. And people are asking him, starting to ask Roman Reigns, since The Rock made it in Hollywood, people are wondering if Roman Reigns would do well in Hollywood. Maybe. We would have to soon wait and see. What else did they talk about? They talked about like how Roman Reigns was preparing himself for Mania. It does show him like he says that he loves to sign autographs for the kids because he loves kids, because he actually has a kid. I think his kid's like around 8 years old or something like that. And it shows him talking to this one kid, and she says, "I hope you win the Royal Rumble." And Roman Reigns is like, "I gotta tell you a secret." He didn't say it rudely or anything. He says, "I already won the Royal Rumble match." And he says, "I think you mean you want me to win at WrestleMania." And then she's like, "Yeah." And they show him going through his old entrance at WrestleMania, how he had to actually go up there while under, like, because the building was so high, he had to go up there, but he actually even too sat down like before the show even started just to sink it all in, because it was going to be his first main event match at WrestleMania. And the thing that it said in the beginning of the movie is he says, "I may never main event at WrestleMania again, but this one I am going to main event WrestleMania." So I thought that was cool. And it shows him going up there doing the Undertaker Bray Wyatt match. That's because I guess it was going to take him that long. But it shows his whole entrance and everything, and it shows the whole match with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar that I'm not going to get into detail. And it shows him losing. And then backstage, everybody applauded him after he's done. Vince McMahon, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Michael Cole, JBL, his daughter and kids. And he says that it was one hell of an experience. But Roman Reigns did say that he wasn't ready for the experience emotionally. He said that he was ready physically, but not emotionally. And I thought that was cool. And yeah, that was kind of the whole documentary. He says that it's going to be a moment that in his life that Roman Reigns is never going to forget. And it does show him smiling, and one of the Usos did call him out on it. So that was about it. Really nothing else to talk about. It wasn't like a long documentary or anything. I think I touched on everything. I watched it so long ago. Maybe I should have watched it again before I made this video, but whatever. I'm not going to lie. I did like this documentary. I don't think it was the best one they did for WWE 24, but I did like it. And I thought it was pretty good stuff. I kind of wish they would have gone through his NXT career and all that, but you know what? They did that in the Shield documentary, so they probably didn't want to do that again. But overall, I just still don't get why people don't like Roman Reigns. I feel like Roman Reigns does have it. I just feel like the whole creative is not doing a good job getting people invested in Roman Reigns. They're doing a better job now, but that Philadelphia crowd, not so much. Everybody was just pissed about Daniel Bryan getting eliminated, I think. And I think maybe if you had done the Royal Rumble match a lot better, you would have gotten stuff better, but I don't know. But other than that, that's pretty much my video. I'll be back to do my 800th video at some point today. I just have to see if I can get this to work out, but we're going to have to see. If I can't do that for what I want to do for an 800th video, I'll find something. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back to do my 800th video when I get the chance. So that's pretty much it, guys. You can click right there to subscribe, and I'll be back at some point today to give you my 800th video.